Hello, beautiful people. It's Sandro Stefanucci, and I'm here with Christian. Actually, he's right from Switzerland. He's a Siga guy in Switzerland, and Andrew is our local Vancouver rep for Siga. And we just wanted to do a quick little talk on the Wigluv Tape that we use for the Siga Majvest on this product. So, Andrew, can you just give us a rundown a little bit on what why this tape, maybe compare it to other tapes that we typically see out there, like a tuck tape is what commonly a lot of guys use on their Tyvek or Tyvek tape or something like that.
So yeah, absolutely. I get asked that actually quite a bit, right? Because first of all, why I can't use those kind of tape, and I want to use something like this.
Yeah. So why you don't obviously want to put a different type of tape or a Tyvek or a tuck tape on the Majvest, right? Yeah.
So one thing that's very different with a product like this, it's the acrylic glue in the back. It's an acrylic water-based polymer. So what that means is, first of all, it's VOC free. So for those who
VOC free, a lot of guys like that. They're very environmentally friendly.
Yeah, exactly. So that's oftentimes, for those who don't know, that new car smell that we all love, right? So it's off-gassing, right? So what we are smelling is the off-gassing of toxins.
Yeah, so having that new car smell is actually not a good thing, because you're getting those are off gases that are not good for you.
Absolutely.
It's got high VOC, so maybe the people like the smell of that new car smell, but it's actually not good for you.
Absolutely.
Anyways, this doesn't have that.
Yep. So there's two reasons why that's good. So first, we mentioned already, it's health. People that work with the product,
right?
People that live inside the envelope, so the new homeowners, right? They don't have to breathe in that toxins, so that's really important.
Okay, so what you're saying is that some of this stuff, the off-gassing, not only is it inside the house on some of the products that you buy on the inside of the house, this also, if this tape will make its way through at different times of the year, that if it had VOCs or a high content of that, it would still make it through the house and into the home, correct?
Absolutely, yeah, over time, absolutely. Right. So the other reason why it's really important is when a product is off-gassing, the material is changing over time.
Right.
So if you take apart any window with a builder-based tape installed on it, you'll often notice that that tape is not the same as it was when it first installed.
Right.
It's oftentimes very rigid. It's not sticking like it was. Right. So there's nothing wrong with how that's done, because we've been doing it for 30 years. If we only think about water, because that's all we used to think about.
Right.
So if it's still shingled correctly, it's still shedding water, it's fine. Right, but now when we talk about air tightness and how to bring more airtight, bring in a more energy efficient envelope, it's become an issue, because it's not sticking anymore. What air is getting in.
Right.
So something like this, because it's free of VOC, it's designed to last 50 plus years in your envelope.
50 plus years on the envelope, right?
Without changing.
So yeah, so if I had, in Vancouver we have to do the a blower door test, right? So how many change per hour and stuff like that. So if we may have, say, we got like a 2 or a 3 or 1.5, we did recently on a home that we did, over maybe 5-10 years from now, that might actually start changing just from the tapes that are on here, because it will start to allow more air and start pulling air in from the outside, because the tapes are letting go.
Yep.
This won't happen.
This won't happen with this tape.
So the performance of your home, especially on the building envelope side of things, is going to stay the same 50 years from now, plus with this product, as opposed to most of the other products that are out there right now, it'll deteriorate over time. And then allow more of that outside unfiltered air to kind of get through into the house.
Yep, and the cool thing too is, because it's acrylic, it will work on damp surface. So
it works on the damp surface, so it'll stick to just about anything.
Just about anything.
And I know it does, because it sticks to my fingers and I can't get it off.
Exactly. So pretty much anything. So we have like plywood, OSB, you name it, XPS, EPS. On concrete, you do need a primer, but that's about the only restriction.
Right.
And it should work on really tough condition as well, work up to -10.
-10. Well, you can still work with it in -10.
You can still work in -10, and resistance is actually -40. So after you install it, if you go to -40, it's still completely fine.
Cool. Yeah. That's really good. So you could use this on for sheathing tape then as well.
Yep. So it's
actually right on your plywood.
It's one of the best tape. Local engineers like to use this on sheathing, but there's a couple requirements have a sheathing tape. You want a vapor open tape. It's still vapor open tape.
So it's vapor open. Okay, just explain that real quickly. Vapor open.
Yep. So vapor open means that vapor can diffuse through the actual material over time. So we have usually use a vapor open. So if there's any moisture trapped inside your wall, your plywood is vapor open when it's wet. right? It's around 10 US per. It's 1.7 US per. So it's not designed to be your main main vapor drive.
Right.
But if there's moisture trap behind it, it
will allow it
exit
to come out.
Exactly.
Right. Where some of the other tapes,
No, not a lot.
they're
Most of the
non-permeable.
tape-
They just
exactly.
they don't breathe
focal paste.
whatsoever.
Yep. It's
Right.
tested for the plywood or OSB, the two main substrate for sheathing.
Right.
It's highly flexible because if you really look really closely, it's reinforcement in the back. So it will really, it's quite flexible, one of the more flexible tape around.
Right.
So it will move, expand, and contrast with your building as it moves.
Yeah. I know when I go like this, when it's stuck to my fingers, it's all over the place and doesn't come off.
Absolutely. So
Yeah.
that's why this is one of the best tape you could use if you use a mid-wall air barrier approach.
Right.
By taping a sheathing.
Real quickly, Christian, how do you guys test this stuff? How do you know it's going to last 50 plus years?
First of all, Siga has already 50 years of experience with tapes like that
In
in
Switzerland.
Switzerland and Europe. Plus, we use a special kind of oven, which we have 70 degrees inside, and we simulate like the process of getting old. 1 week in that oven is around 1 year, so we leave it at least for 5 weeks there,
Right.
and we test the quality strength.
The strength of it, and yeah.
Again after that 5 weeks, and like that we can see how the tape is performing after that time.
Right. Also off the adhesion as well on that too, if it's going to come off easier, if it's actually, if it's deteriorating and over time, right? And you mentioned something about Florida. You guys send your product to Florida. Why do you send it there?
Yeah, exactly. In Florida we have a very hard weather for our products. We have very high sun. Temperatures all the years is over 30 degrees,
Right.
plus high humidity. So that stress our products in the worst way that we can imagine. And we send our products to that place in a kind of laboratory, and they send us back the products after the time. Some of them we have there for 6 months, the other for 12 months, and after that we test it in our laboratory in Bruceville.
Wow, so you really go from a very hot climate to very cold stuff. So it's been tested and through the whole range of temperatures and stuff like that. Awesome. So I guess you really can't go wrong with this product. It's the best out there, as far as I know of, anyways, in the world at this point.
It is.
Okay?
It's definitely one of the best for sure.
Yes. Well, Christian and Andrew, thanks again for your time today.
Yeah.
Okay, guys, we'll see you later.